there, it's Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com here with match number 3 with black-white tokens. I am on the play here, and this is unfortunately a mulligan, so we'll ship this back. And this isn't much better, but we do have an intangible virtue with Gather the Townsfolk, so I will keep this. And it looks like we're up against zombies, and he gets off a pretty fast start. But this is a very good matchup for us. Like I said, in the test rounds that I was playing in just the 2-man queues, I was 4-0 versus zombies, so usually this deck handles zombies pretty well. So we'll throw out the Gather Townsfolk, and next turn we'll have an intangible virtue up. And be able to sack that Evolving Wilds as well. So we're in good shape here. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances. So we'll go ahead and get in there for 4. A lot of times we can outrace zombies, even if they get an incredibly fast draw. But messengers are a problem for us, especially if he gets multiple ones. And if he gets a Falconer at the Aristocrat, then we're in very bad shape. But I will trade here. I'll kill off that zombie, that's fine. And we leave out the Midnight Haunting, just in case we do decide to block, but I don't think we'd block anyway, the messenger here. But he's holding back his messenger to block my human token. But the spirits can fly over top, which is great. And don't like to see the Bloodthorn Vampire here. I don't know how I feel about this card. It won one game pretty decisively, but other games it hasn't done anything but stick in my hand. So he's down to 10. He's got we got Midnight Haunting at the end of turn as well. Maybe I should have just... Yeah, he doesn't attack there. He doesn't want to attack into my spirit. So we're looking really good here, especially with this other intangible virtue. And so we'll swing in there with everything. And he is able to block most of my guys here and goes to 1. And now he's got a ton of power on board that we're going to have to block. So I'm going to use my Bloodthorn just to chump one of these messengers and then sack it. But we don't like to see that. That Blood Artist basically wins the game here because we're not able to trade efficiently now. We are able to kill off all his messengers and just take him down to a Blood Artist, and he's no longer able to return his Gravecrawler, which is good for us. But we go to 4. So yeah, we are down to 1 next turn just from him being able to sack everything to his Blood Artist. But we're able to get in here for 3, take him down to 4, have the win on board for next turn if he doesn't have an answer. But the other messenger comes down and kills us. So we'll go on to the next match here, or next game here. Post sideboard gets a lot better for us because the Vampire Nighthawks do come in. And we take out, I'm not sure what I take out. I think I take out Ultimate Prices and a couple other things. But the Vampire Nighthawks are key. They can almost efficiently kill everything in their deck, or otherwise they have to trade with everything. So, and the lifelink is very relevant in this matchup, of course, versus this all-out zombie deck. So again, we start out with a great start with Intangible Virtue and Gather the Townsfolk. And we got Lingering Souls on board, have the mana for it as well. And he just concedes. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe he had a handful of Hellriders, maybe he had a handful of Falconer at the Aristocrats and Hellriders and no red mana, but he's not dead here. I have no clue why you would just scoop up a... he's got 2 mana, all he needs is another one to start pumping out messengers. He has a while to block. It probably is looking like our game, but we could have had 3 lands for all he knew in our hand, and then what are we going to do? But anyway, yeah, he just scoops, which is fine with me. I'll take a free win. We'll go on to the next round. Next match otherwise. So he starts out with a very aggressive start. But I like this hand. No pumps, but we do have the mana to cast everything. And I'm loving to see that card. This is a card that I think is very underused right now, especially against Junk Reanimator and this zombie build. Getting rid of a Gravecrawler or making a messenger not be able to come back within dying is very, very good, and this also gets pumped by Intangible Virtue, so great card. So we just take 2 from the Gravecrawler here. Next turn we have either Gather the Townsfolk, or if we draw into something else. Isolated Chapel is a great draw. Now I've got double white and triple black here, so we'll throw out the messenger. And I will block here. Might as well save 2 damage. I don't have an Intangible Virtue, so these human tokens aren't that necessary. And if he doesn't happen to have a zombie, I can get rid of that Gravecrawler, which I'm able to do. That's the best draw ever, because now I can cast the Intangible Virtue and exile his Gravecrawler here. So I'll do that. A Brimstone volleys a human token. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. So we're able to, in response, exile his Gravecrawler and have a 3/3 out. And he plays a Falconwrath Aristocrat and swings for 4. But we have plenty of answers to that. So we will just swing in with our zombie and have Midnight Haunting in response to his attack. That way nothing can get pillared or whatnot. So he comes with Hellrider, and he'll swing into it, but this is where we have the Midnight Haunting, and are able to block both his dudes, and he decides to keep his Falconwrath Aristocrat alive rather than trading for my zombie token, which is fine, but it means that I still have a 3/3 that he's going to have to deal with. And throw out the Evolving Wilds, get in there for 5. And once again, the Lingering Souls is too much of a deterrent for him that he scoops. Probably was dead here. You never know with zombies. They can come back out of some sticky situations. This probably was my game, but this guy's a little trigger happy. I still would have played it out to see, you know, what I could do. But yeah, probably was too much for him to handle. Anywho, that was match number 3. I think this is a pretty good example of how this deck works versus zombies. I do feel like this deck has a very good edge versus zombies. This makes it 6-1 in total games versus zombies that I've played. So anyway, this is Kevin from RogueDeckBro.com. Thanks for watching.